Greetings from Baroda BNP Paribas Mutual Fund. They say change is the only constant. The world is changing at a fast pace. The way we used to do things in the past, we don't do them the same way today. It is not just the external factors that have changed, but also our consumption needs and preferences. In this ever-changing business environment, it is challenging for companies to maneuver the change. As a result, the ranks of the top companies keep on changing. And not just ranks, but even a few companies who were in the top 10 list in 2002 have exited the list in 2022. The question remains, so how do we evolve and thrive in this ever-changing world? Simple. By managing change and being flexible. Reliance started out as a textiles company and moved to petrochemicals, oil refining, and is now successfully venturing into new age businesses like media, e-commerce, telecom, etc. Kodak was a market leader in photographic equipment. It invented the digital camera but never commercialized it. Subsequently, it became irrelevant as digital technology took over and our phones became our cameras. Thus, managing change, that is, being flexible, helps to thrive. This stands true for investments as well. Why a flexi-cap fund? Flexi-cap funds invest in companies across market caps, that is, large cap, mid cap, and small cap. These funds have the ability to dynamically allocate the portfolio depending on the prevailing market conditions, valuations, future growth prospects, etc. Different market segments perform differently. The top-performing market segment of 1 year may not be the top performer for the next year. No particular market segment is the top performer for 3 years in a row. Not just the ranks, but also the direction of returns is different, making it difficult to predict. Also, the relative valuations among large, mid, and small caps keep on changing. There, flexibility in allocation across market caps is important. Flexi-cap funds are all-season funds that provide diversification and also help reduce potential risk. The opportunity in equity is now. The pace of recovery of India's economy has picked up, making it one of the fastest-growing large economies in the world. Corporate earnings continue to remain healthy, and earning forecasts taking into account multiple headwinds, continue to show resilience. The Indian equity market returns tend to be generally in line with the corporate profit growth over the medium to long term. And with a healthy growth in earnings expected for the foreseeable future, equity market returns would tend to mirror the growth in corporate earnings. Presenting Baroda BNP Paribas Flexicap Funds, an open-ended dynamic equity scheme investing across large cap, mid cap, and small cap companies. The scheme does not have a bias towards any market cap and aims to invest across market caps. The fund will follow a three-pronged approach. Step 1. Will evaluate sectors in a top-down manner. Step 2. Will evaluate market cap allocation across these sectors. Step 3. Will evaluate individual companies as part of its bottom-up approach to stock selection. Sector allocation will depend on a number of global macros, domestic macros, and domestic policies. Once the sectors are shortlisted, The next step is market cap-wise allocation, which will depend on market cycles, relative valuations, volatility, and earnings momentum. We would be following our proprietary BMV, Business, Management, and Valuation framework while selecting stocks, looking for companies with superior and sustainable earnings growth. The major investment themes that we are pursuing currently are recovery plays, domestic consumption, capex, and steady compounders. Banks are suitably poised to benefit from the pickup in economic activity as we recover from the pandemic. Ease in inflation and replacement demand is likely to drive domestic consumption. Capex plays are expected to benefit from government and private sector capex. Steady compounders in sectors like IT are expected to benefit from the structural shifts to cloud transformation initiatives and digitalization. Value addition opportunities from developed markets are expected to drive growth in the pharmaceutical sectors. The FlexiCap fund is ideal for new investors looking for exposure across market caps and a diversified portfolio with flexibility to evolve according to market and economic views. This fund is an all-seasons equity fund which seems to easily adapt to different market cycles, making it a good option for long-term goals and wealth creation. Baroda BNP Paribas Flexicap funds provide the opportunity to participate in opportunities across all market caps with a potentially lower risk portfolio. Baroda BNP Paribas Flexicap funds opens on 25th July 2022 and closes on 5th August 2022. For more information or to invest, log on to www.barodabnpparibasmf.in or contact your mutual fund distributor or financial advisor now. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.